oh my gosh, what happens when the magical valley starts to lose its sparkle? We are about to find out. What do you think's going to happen? Let's dive into book three of the My Friend the Boulder children's book series. Oh my gosh, I can hardly wait. Let's get started. Princess Happiness was worried. See, look how worried she looks, right? Why could she be so worried? It seemed like a quiet day in the valley, but something wasn't right. The humans and boulders were grumpy, arguing about silly things and saying words that hurt each other's feelings. Look how grumpy the Boulder King looks. Oh, poor thing. I need to help, Princess Happiness thought as she zipped through the valley in her magic wheelchair. There she is, Princess Happiness zipping through the valley. And oh my gosh, look at all the flowers and the butterflies and the sparkles and the beautiful blue skies. She twirled, she spun, she even made her chair sparkle and glow. But the boulders just grumbled, and the villagers crossed their arms. She said, scratching her head. This is harder than I thought. Look at her doing all the magical things in her wheelchair. Woo! Feeling worried, Princess Happiness went to the wise fairy of the valley. That's me. Why is everyone so unhappy? She asked. See, she looks so confused. The wise fairy smiled. Well, sometimes even magical valleys need a reminder of their sparkle. Gather everyone and meet me here. See, guess who that is? The wise fairy of the valley. Soon the valley's humans and boulders were all in one place. Suddenly, a parade of shimmering butterflies appeared, led by the wise fairy. Look at all those butterflies. Aren't they beautiful? What's your favorite color? The butterflies weren't just shimmering, they sparkled like tiny rainbows. Some had wings the color of golden sunlight, while others glowed like the moon. They danced through the air, leaving trails of glitter that sparkled in the grass. Follow the butterflies, said the fairy. Wow, look at all those butterflies. Have you ever wanted to be surrounded by butterflies just like that? It was amazing. So the group walked and rolled past fields of flowers and hills they'd never seen before. Finally, the butterflies started leading them behind a wall of flowers. Look at that. Look at the butterflies leading the entire valley behind a wall of flowers. Whew, sounds mysterious and exciting, doesn't it? Princess Happiness rolled forward, pushed through the blooms, and gasped. Look at that. What do you think she saw? Ooh, a cave, she exclaimed. I've never seen this before. Has it always been here? Look at that beautiful cave. Wow, and it sparkles, doesn't it? One by one, everyone from the valley stepped inside. At first, the cave was dark. This feels spooky, said the Boulder King. Oh no. But then a crimson ruby lit up the walls like a tiny fire, and then came a sapphire blue glow. then emerald green, then bright pink. Soon the entire cave sparkled like a rainbow of stars trapped in stone. Look how beautiful that is. Have you ever seen something that beautiful? Imagine. Wow. The Boulder King whispered, "This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. How did we never see it before?" See, look at the Boulder King talking to Princess Happiness. Can you imagine being in there with it all lit up? Must have been incredible. The wise fairy smiled. "You didn't see it because you weren't ready to. This cave has been waiting for you to understand its magic." See, that's me, surrounded by all those colors. The group stared in awe as the fairy continued. "Each crystal here represents one of you, your ideas, your strengths, your dreams, and together you create this magic." Look how beautiful that is. Wow. What is your favorite color of stone? Can you imagine it there in the cave with all those butterflies? The valley is magical because of the way your unique gifts come together, just like the crystals. Alone, each gem is lovely, but together they shine the brightest. Look at the gorgeous valley, right? With all those different things, their flowers, their mountains, their caves, their sparkles, their butterflies, all sorts of things that when they come together, they just make it absolutely magical, don't they? Princess Happiness smiled. "Sometimes we forget how much we need each other. Butterflies, boulders, humans, it's true. We're all part of the magic." See, there she is. The Boulder King nodded. "And when I feel grumpy, it's because I've forgotten to see the beauty in the other gems around me." He's so embarrassed. He's like, "How could I have missed this?" And Princess Pippa said, "They are pretty one by one, but they're even prettier all together, right? It's the collection of all those amazing colors that make it so wonderful." As they prepared to leave, Princess Happiness noticed something special. The crystals weren't sparkling on their own. They reflected each other's light, right? It was the light of each other that made it so brilliant. "That's right," said the wise fairy. "Just like you. The valley shines because of the way you all work together." Right? Amazing. Don't you wish you could be in a valley just like that? From that day on, everyone in the valley visited the Sparkle Cave each year to remind them of the beauty created by their own unique differences. Look how much fun they're having in that cave. Definitely not scary anymore, is it? And Princess Happiness, she zipped around the valley in her wheelchair, following the butterflies, saying, "When we celebrate each other's strengths, we make the impossible possible, don't we?" Yeah, Everyone's different, and that's what makes it so amazing. And of course, they all lived happily ever after. Woo! Yeah, right? So, what did you learn in this book? We all are really beautiful individually, aren't we? But when we come together, it's that coming together of all of the things that are different that make us so dazzling. So, as always, we have a few games that you can play at the end of the story here. Want to hear what they are? Well, the first one is, can you find all the pages with the pretty rocks? What color rock is your favorite and why? Draw a picture of yourself in a magic cave with pretty rocks. What would that look like? Ooh. Number 2, the flowers in the valley make things so pretty. Which picture of the valley in the book is your favorite? Draw a picture of yourself in a beautiful valley. Would anyone be in the valley with you? The next question. Princess Happiness and the wise fairy of the valley love butterflies. What is your favorite page with butterflies? Have you ever seen any butterflies? What color were those butterflies? Princess Happiness was worried about her valley at the beginning of the book. Do you remember why? Has it ever worried you when people around you argued or made you feel bad? What can you tell yourself the next time people argue or someone tries to make you feel bad? The next one. Sunflowers are the favorite flowers of Princess Happiness. Can you count 10 sunflowers in the book? What page has the most sunflowers, do you think? Next question. How many times do you see me, the fairy of the valley, in the book? How does the wise fairy of the valley help Princess Happiness and the Boulder King? Did you learn anything from the wise princess, or I should say fairy of the valley? Final question. Princess Happiness loves the colors purple and green and yellow. Find the pages that have the most purple, the most green, and the most yellow. Which pages have your favorite colors on it? Do you see them? So, as always, we hope that you have enjoyed hearing the story of Princess Happiness and the secret of the sparkling cave. And I am here, the wise fairy of the valley, to say, if you loved the story, if you wouldn't mind, be sure to give us a like here on YouTube and subscribe, because book 4 is coming soon. And oh my gosh, it's so exciting. And it features a new one of our friends from the Valley. And of course, if you want your own copy, or if you want to give a copy to someone else, go on over to Amazon and get your very own copy of all the books in the My Friend the Boulder series. But whatever you end up doing, I'm here to tell you, make today that you go out there and realize that every single person that you see around you is like one of those crystals. They're different than everyone else that you will see, and they're pretty amazing on their own, especially because they're different. And we remember sometimes our differences are what make us so amazing. However, when you bring them all together, when we all combine our amazingness, that's when the magic happens. So I'm the wise fairy of the valley saying bye-bye for now, and I will see you in our next story. Bye bye.